Welcome to FYI. I'm Barry ZeVAN, and my guest today, I'm pleased to say, is Sue Ferguson, who is the Director of Sales and Marketing for an incredible organization called Ebenezer, who provides senior housing and senior housing communities to people in 91 facilities in Minnesota and also Iowa. And so, Sue, welcome.
Thank you, Barry.
Great to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Ebenezer is just, I've only learned about it more recently, but tell us, first of all, when did Ebenezer begin?
Well, Ebenezer has been around for 102 years now.
Oh my gosh.
We started in 1917, so we celebrated our 100-year anniversary a couple years ago. We started in South Minneapolis by a group of Norwegians who wanted to help homeless Norwegian-speaking elders with their care needs and housing needs.
And it's evolved incredibly.
Yeah, so we started with 10 Norwegian immigrants that we began serving, and we now serve close to 10,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all over the state of Minnesota and parts of Iowa, is that correct?
That is correct. We just expanded our footprint into Iowa last year. So,
okay.
91 communities throughout those two states and growing.
And I think you're under the umbrella of Fairview too, is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
We're part of the Fairview Health System since 1995.
Mm-hmm. What services do you provide?
Well, we provide a variety of different services for older adults. We provide skilled nursing care, independent senior living in ownership cooperatives and condominiums. We also provide rental senior housing for independent living, assisted living, memory care, as well as enhanced care options. And we also have some adult day programs where folks can come just during the day and have access to activities and meals and have fun and excuse to get out and out of the house and meet with other people during the day. And then we also have a couple of child care programs with a few more in the pipeline in some of our new communities. So that's just a beautiful thing to see the interaction between the seniors and the children. It's a win-win for everybody.
Sounds wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are there any special requirements for people to become part of the Ebenezer community and live there? Anything special?
You know, it really depends on the community, the different building or program that somebody may be interested in. We do have some age restrictions in some of our buildings, 55 plus, although in some of the buildings, and some of our buildings are 63 plus. I would say our average age in our ownership model of independent living is probably high 70s, maybe 80. In our housing with services buildings, it's probably more like mid 80s, but we see a really wide range of ages within those buildings.
And how does somebody, quote, sign up, for lack of a better term?
Well, I would recommend that they maybe give us a call and to determine or go online, EbenezerCares.org. You can see all of our different locations and determine what might work best for you or what model of housing or care might work best for you, and then come visit, take a tour, have lunch, learn more about our activities, and get a taste of our great food. It's all about the people, really, so get to know the people and see if it's a good fit.
It's wonderful. Free lunch, I assume?
Free lunch.
Free lunch.
Absolutely.
Who said there's no free lunch?
There is.
That's wonderful. So what's the largest of the facilities? How many people or rooms or so forth?
You know, I would say our largest is probably 7,500 York, which has been around for, 30 years now, maybe? That's in Edina, and that is a senior cooperative. So that's an ownership model, and we have over 200 cooperative homes in that building. But we have some buildings that are 40-some units, 30-some units even, all the way up to 200 and some.
Can you give any examples of positives and heaven forbid any negatives that people may encounter who aren't familiar with community living or being, I mean, in my uneducated opinion, I envision it as a really great hotel, and people would have their own spaces, etc. But it's community dining, is that correct?
Most of our buildings, yeah, all of our housing with services buildings do have community restaurant-style dining.
Mm-hmm.
Many have other options, bistro, cafe options for more casual dining.
Mm-hmm.
In our cooperatives, we do have community rooms, and so, and this is the ownership model for senior housing, where people actually purchase a share of the building and actually own the home where they're living in those buildings. And it might be a 1-bedroom, it might be a 1-bedroom plus den, 2-bedroom. We even have some 3-bedroom floor plans in some of our buildings. And so they may, work together to set up potlucks and have parties in their buildings. But in most of our senior co-ops, they don't have the full service dining like we do in our housing with services buildings.
I had said the word negative. What I meant to say, and what it really is, it's almost a positive. In fact, it is a positive, that if, because of the age of some of the residents,
Mm-hmm.
If there is a medical situation, thank goodness you're under the umbrella of Fairview too.
Mm-hmm.
Would a doctor be available almost right away, or health care or whatever?
We don't have doctors housed in our buildings. In our assisted living and memory care communities, we do partner with geriatric physician and geriatric nurse practitioners who come to our building and visit our residents, so that if they sign up for that service, they don't have to go out for clinic visits, which is really, really nice. In those buildings, we also have 24-hour healthcare staff and nursing available. And because we are part of the Fairview umbrella, we have Fairview Home Care and Hospice that comes into our buildings frequently too, and a lot of those services can actually be covered under Medicare and other insurances.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As far as the longer term ongoing services that we provide within our buildings, long-term care insurance policies can pay for some of those services if they have it. There are veterans benefits that can pay for assisted living services. So a lot of different options.
Sounds like everything's been covered. It's wonderful. When it grew from 1917 until now, do you think the originators ever thought that it would expand to this size?
I don't think they had any idea at all that it would grow to this point. And this industry in general has really evolved and changed and grown over the years. I've been in the business now for about 27 years, and it's changed quite a bit in that period of time. When I first started, the skilled nursing facilities or nursing homes far outnumbered senior housing buildings, and now that's completely flip-flopped. There are many more senior housing and assisted living options than there are nursing homes, which is really a good thing, because people would rather, be in a more residential setting where it feels like home. They can have all their own furniture, things, and then take advantage of all the services that are available and amenities that are available in the building when and if they feel like it, but they don't have to.
Do you have an idea of when this evolved into senior housing? Because everything is dictated by culture a lot. And
Sure.
So I guess for those of us, I'm 81, 8100 actually, but no.
Mm-hmm.
But they say the 81 is the new 60, and that people of my age and older think in younger terms. And so we do feel that, hey, guess what? Don't put me out to pasture. So it sounds like Ebenezer's facilities, the community housing, reflect that kind of thinking.
That's absolutely right. I mean, we're always changing and evolving based on what our residents, what our customers are wanting. And, you know, they're wanting a place to live and have fun. And, you know, it's a next chapter. You know, I think a lot of people, when they think about senior housing, they think about the nursing homes of days gone by. And it's changed dramatically since then. We have all kinds of lifelong learning opportunities and activities that help people, you know, stay active and healthy and well. We have exercise programs, we have yoga, we have painting, we have reading clubs, we have theater outings, we have pottery clubs and woodworking and walking clubs. Just, you know, so much variety. I can't even begin to cover everything because it's very customized depending on what people are wanting in what particular community.
Say a senior comes to you just for a visit, wherever, just the initial visit. Obviously, they're shown everything you offer, but do you sometimes try to guide them yourselves as to where might be the best fit?
Absolutely. Yeah, we want to make sure that we're serving the people and providing whatever it is that they may want or need. So if somebody comes to, say, a community in Deep Haven Woods, and they're looking for something that maybe isn't available there, well then we're going to focus them to another community, say maybe Trails of Orono or Shorewood Landing in Shorewood, or Orchards of Minnetonka. I'm just kind of picking some communities in that West Metro area to make sure that they're in a place that will be the best fit for them, because each community kind of has its own unique nuances in terms of the amenities, the services, the types of floor plans in their apartment, activities, dining options. So there's something to, you know, that works for everybody, and we want to make sure that we're finding the right fit.
Speaking of dining options, if someone doesn't want to have a meal that's been prepared already for a community dinner or lunch or whatever, are there cooking facilities in the apartments?
Yes, I would say 99% of our apartment homes have full kitchens, or co-ops. All of our senior co-ops and condominiums, of course, have full kitchens too.
Oh, that's wonderful.
With very nice amenities and appointments in terms of finishes.
So if a resident wants to, obviously they have to shop, it sounds like a sophomoric question here, but if they want to go out to a grocery store to get their own groceries and stuff, they're free to come and go.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's their home. It's like living in any neighborhood. It's, you know, their community, and people can come and go. The nice thing is we have parking options, whether it's underground heated parking or nearby parking, surface parking right out in the parking lot. We also have scheduled van transportation at most of our buildings, where people can get on a van that's already heated up and have somebody else drive them to the grocery store or the local Target or mall, or take advantage of going out to lunch at a nearby restaurant or theater or museum, ball game, you name it. Lots of options.
Well, that's wonderful. Yeah, any plans for Ebenezer to expand beyond Minnesota and Iowa?
You know, there are some discussions about Wisconsin, expanding into Wisconsin. It is not our strategic plan to expand, you know, down to Florida or Texas or California, we really want to be very planful in terms of making sure we're able to manage our communities very efficiently and as well as we have in the past.
Yeah. Do you have any special stories possibly that are uplifting about some of your residents?
Oh, countless, countless stories. I would say the two most common comments that we hear when people are making the decision to move to a senior living community are, "I'm not ready yet." People understandably are hesitant. You know, it's a big, big decision to make this move, especially for people who have lived in their homes for 30, 40, 50 plus years. And it's hard. It's hard for anybody to move. Mm-hmm. But invariably, once people make that decision and move into their new home and experience their new lifestyle and downsize and simplify their lives, almost everybody says, "I wish I would have done this sooner." They really are happy about the decision they've made. They meet new friends, they are engaged in the community, they're much more active, they cross a lot of things off their worry list along the way. So we just have so many wonderful stories. Family members that are just thrilled that now they can they can be the daughter or the son again and not have to worry about being the caregiver and having to check in on their mom or dad in their home anymore. Knowing that there are people around, just in case. You know, it's good to have a plan.
Oh, absolutely.
And know that services are there when and if.
Amen to that.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally I'm reminded of things, so I insert them. So one thing about which I'm reminded is one of my agents, he was Tony Randall's agent, mm-hmm. Abby Greshler, and he and Tony and Jack Klugman owned The Odd Couple. And Abby became a very, very wealthy man. In fact, he bought a bank in Beverly Hills. And he had a 26-room mansion for him, his wife, and his dog. And I talked to Abby in his later years. And I said, "How's that mansion going?" He said, "Barry, we finally woke up one morning and said, what is this all about? Why do we need this?" And of course, they had a couple of servants too, etc. So Abby, with his $1 billion bank, he and his wife moved into a 2-bedroom apartment in Beverly Hills. Of course, it was definitely not a hovel, but mm-hmm. definitely not 26 rooms. And he said, "We should have done this years ago." He said, at a point in life, and I'm sure it reflects some of the thinking of the people who live at Ebenezer's homes, you say, "Wait a minute, what's this really all about? Why do we have so much stuff?" Mm-hmm. George Carlin had a great routine about stuff. Mm-hmm. And we accumulate all this stuff, and then we get rid of the stuff, and then we have some more stuff.
Right.
So.
And it's just stuff. It's not who we are.
That's right.
But it's hard to get rid of.
So maybe this will incentivize some people watching to say, "Hey, wait a minute, I really don't need this, 15-room house or whatever," and move into a carefree. It sounds really, without being, maybe too simplified, but I don't think it is simplified to say it's carefree.
It truly is. Yeah, it's we hear the word liberating oftentimes, simplifying, and all that stuff can really clutter our minds too, and that's why I talk about the worry lists. You can cross things off that worry list, mm-hmm. and part of that is just thinking about all that stuff and what am I going to do with it all, and people always have the memories. They have the memories from that home and all of those things that, they can give away maybe to their loved ones or donate to those that are in need. That feels really good. So it's a win-win for everybody.
That's a great thought, mm-hmm. because anybody who's watching who would downsize, and they don't want to bring 7 couches
Or sets of
or
china.
4 beds
Right.
into whatever. That's wonderful.
Yeah, they
to
can
donate.
just bring your favorite things. Your favorite chair, your favorite couch, your, you know, if you want to bring your big dining room set, you know, you can take out a few leaves maybe, but you don't really need it because we have dining facilities, and your family members can come join you in the dining room or bistro. And, you know, how often do you really have 12 people sitting around the dining room table anymore anyway? And we have party rooms so that you can reserve the party rooms and have your larger gatherings there. And you can go downstairs and play cards with your friends. And then somebody else can pick up the mess, which is nice.
I want to sign up. I really do.
I can find a spot for you, Barry.
Okay.
For sure.
You mentioned something about parking, and as you said, it's just like actually is having your own place, your own apartment, etc. So do a lot of the residents still have their own cars?
You know, a good number do, and I would say most people who are moving into a senior cooperative or independent living apartment or assisted living apartment bring a car. Many decide, hey, I don't need it anymore. So they may decide to sell it or give it away and take advantage of our scheduled van transportation. And then the beauty is we have heated underground parking in almost all of our buildings, so you don't even have to go outside on a day like today.
Wow.
And worry about the cold and the ice and the snow. So you know, there's pretty much everything you need under one roof. We have hair salons, so you can get your hair done in the building. You can get your nails done. We have, as I mentioned, physician services coming in, so you can have your appointments in the building. You can play cards. You can go to a movie. You can go have a meal. So it really is a convenience to not have to worry about getting out and about this time of year.
Absolutely. For those who may be watching in the Southern Hemisphere, since we're on YouTube, you can watch anywhere in the world, but on this particular day, I think the high temperature here in the Twin Cities is 3 above 0.
Heat wave compared to yesterday, right?
Yeah, with that wind.
Yeah.
And we're expecting lower temperatures for the next 5 days, but then warming up toward the weekend.
Yes.
And we're taping this on January the 25th, so 2019, by the way. In case you're archiving and it's 2029 and you're watching this is what it is. We do have, I was going to ask you a question, senior moment, but
You're
yeah.
in good company.
Oh, thank you. No, the, oh yeah, the cap, is there an age cap? I mean, can a person be 100 and
Absolutely.
still be there?
We have lots of centenarians living in our buildings.
Wow.
People are living to be older and older. And the nice thing is, you know, people can move in very independent, very healthy, choose the apartment home of their choice, the floor plan of their choice with the view they like and the location in the building. And if and when they need healthcare assistance, we can just bring that care right into their home so that in most cases they don't have to make another move within the building or someplace else. Our goal truly is in our Housing with Services buildings to provide care through end of life. And we're able to do that through our home care services in our buildings and through, you know, partnerships with Fairview and other providers as well.
Sure. And forgive my senior moment again. Can a person actually buy an apartment as a co-op, or is it buying and renting? Is that both available?
Correct. Yeah. So in our senior cooperatives or condominiums, it's an ownership model. So people would purchase either a share of the building or the actual unit that they're living in, and then when it's time to sell, they can either they or their family can sell those homes, and they get the equity and any appreciation
So would
during
they
that
go?
time.
Would they? Pardon me. I'm sorry for interrupting. Would that be through a realtor or through Ebenezer?
Well, the people who are managing our cooperatives, our senior cooperatives, most have real estate licenses, and so they are able to help with those transactions and keep it as simple as possible.
Let's see. And then for the renting, is there a lease involved?
It's just a month-to-month lease
Month to month.
for those.
Wow.
So it's very flexible.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
What a great,
No long leases to tie people down.
great concept. What's the farthest north in Minnesota?
We actually have a senior cooperative building in Grand Marais, Minnesota.
Oh.
So that's our furthest north.
Oh, love Grand Marais.
It's beautiful.
Except today, on this taping day, it was 37 below zero.
Still beautiful, though.
Wind chill, wind chill. Oh, yeah.
If you're inside.
That's right. You can just look out at the lake.
Right.
Yeah, and for those who are not familiar with Grand Marais, who are watching in other states or wherever, it's right on the shore of Lake Superior, on the North Shore, and
Pretty far north.
yeah, a lot of people have compared it to New England setting.
It almost feels like the ocean.
Yeah, well, of course, Lake Superior is the world's second largest lake.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
we don't want to go to the other one. I think it's too far away. It's Lake Baikal in Russia.
Oh.
so it's 500 miles long. But Sue Ferguson, I cannot thank you enough.
Well, thank you, Barry. This has been a pleasure.
My pleasure, and a pleasure for the audience to know that Ebenezer exists and has since 1917.
Just a
And
little while.
I think it's going to be around till forever.
Well,
It better be.
I think for a while, for sure.
Long time.
Yes.
Thanks a
It's a
million.
great organization with great people, and that's what it's all about.
Yes, you're one of them.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And now it's time for my shameless plug. Sue actually has a copy of this shameless book. It's my autobiography, and Jerry Stiller urged me to write it. And Jerry's now 90 years old, by the way, but still in his original apartment in New York. But I think if he was here in Minnesota, he would probably want to be in one of the Ebenezer senior communities. Anyway, it's called Barry ZeVAN, My Life Among the Giants. It's endorsed, I'm very blessed to say, by Vice President Mondale on the back and Sam Donaldson. Sam Donaldson was just on television here last night, giving a tremendous recap of what he thinks is happening today in the world and the United States. But anyway, it's available on Amazon, and just look up my name on Amazon and you can see it, and hopefully you'll see that it's more than just about weather reports. It's a history almost of the entire broadcasting industry and show business, and hope you enjoy it. Again, thanks to Sue Ferguson, the Sales and Marketing Director for Ebenezer, and we hope to see you again next time.